You see, I know how it is. Sometimes you just need to go where everybody knows your name. Now, I'm not telling you to go to a bar in Boston that's based off of a 1980s sitcom, of course. But I'm telling you, sometimes you just need to loosen up a little. And lighten up a little. And sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm your host, Rob Rodriguez. Now, if you think about today's generation and yesterday's favorites, we're just going to call it that, short, sweet, to the point, you realize there are so many differences these days. Take family bonding, for example. What used to be a game of Monopoly or the game of life now is just hanging around the living room with your cell phones, doing the Insta, Snap, Tweet, Facebook status, whatever. I mean, back in the day, I remember a game called Sorry. I wanted it for a while, and trust me, these days in the world we live in, I feel sorry for wanting that game. Because if you remember, there was like this bubble or something, and that bubble was, if you remember correctly, very ear-wrenching. And I might be confusing sorry with trouble. Now, if you remember popping that bubble and your mother's on the phone, trust me, you gotta stop what you're doing. I mean, just go to the TV and watch SpongeBob. Yeah, sure, yeah, isn't more annoying than I know I fell victim of this. But a lot of families don't gather around the table anymore. One's in the living room next to his PlayStation or Xbox because you're that PC. And then one's by their computer, one took their dinner up to their room. And, there's like those TV trays that, of course, mom and dad are using. And think about it, takeout is supposed to make life easier, but not everything can be the Roseanne intro, am I right? Remember Candyland and how you used to play that to bond with your younger siblings, or you're still a kid at heart, so you play that from time to time. See, even back when I was younger, they made a PC-ROM of Candyland, so that just made the board game. Yeah, let's completely forget the board game exists, because now we got fun graphics for Candyland. And music. Don't get me started on Monopoly, because, I already feel bankrupt in these times. Actually, on my last game of Monopoly, I got robbed. Because I lost, and that game, took 72 hours. There's a nursery rhyme that sounds like a cliche nursery rhyme from a horror film that we're not going to talk about. But a line in that song is 5, 6, pick up sticks, right? These days, in 2016, it almost seems like 5, 6 selfie sticks these days, doesn't it? 7, 8 is my hair straight. There we go. 9, 10, I'm gonna need a minute. These days I only wake up at 6 a.m. to hear these morning radio shows. Yeah, because I used to listen to those a lot while I was driving to school. Yeah, especially Elvis Duran in the morning. Yeah, that's a pretty entertaining thing. Sure, you're probably just catching the middle of it, but you love the prank call segment, which a lot of people try to copy, if you will. Don't turn this into another segment where you just talk about one movie. Okay. Yeah, so we're talking about morning shows on the radio. To be honest, I think some morning shows have a system. Yeah, let's use some double entendres and innuendo to wake these people up. Yeah, we're their coffee for their ears. Please be it ill-advised, do not put coffee in your ears, not even if it's iced coffee. Because then some people have a tendency to forget. They're like Dories, their short-term memory loss. And then you wake up with an ant fear, a phobia of ants. And if to make matters worse, you're probably already having a quanophobia. Yeah, you can't even watch Friendship is Magic because you're afraid of colorful ponies. Now here I am thinking, before I've even heard of these radio shows, here I am thinking there's certain words you can say on TV but you can't say on the radio. But then, it's like, they're like, who cares? We're gonna say whatever we want. We have a censor button. We can blank things out. Yeah, let's just see these radio shows work in YouTube's newest algorithm, okay? Again, we do not swear on this show. It's time for that weekly list known as the possibility list. It's kind of like when you give a Legos fan Mega Bloks. They're just not the same. Okay, this week's list is titled 4 Rejected Crayola Colors. Okay, now, as you may know, there's been a water issue in Flint. Yeah, their water is brown, it's disgusting. Something needs to be done. So, it would be a smart idea for Crayola to not rub it in the people's faces when they make a color called Flint Brown. Alright, I had to put a disclaimer on that first one. Let's just continue the list as normal. Number 3, Trump Orange. Number 2, Benstein Beige. And number 1, 4 rejected Crayola colors. Scab Purple. Okay, and that is the possibility list for you this week. Alright, well, that is the show for you this week. You know how to follow me on social media. Remember, stay tuned each Friday for something new on The Rob Rodriguez Show. Okay, I'll see you next time.